Hello everyone and welcome to a fairly simple video. I thought it might be helpful to run through some of the commands that I use, whether it be programming, content creation, just messing around, just some tips and tricks command-wise that I think might be helpful, especially in the newer versions of Minecraft. I should have sections up on the video or clickable timestamps by the time this goes up, to where you can just jump ahead in the video to maybe certain things that you're looking for. Otherwise, just feel free to watch the video through and maybe you'll learn something new. Now, the first thing I usually do when I load into a world is set up my workspace. Just quality of life changes that are pretty useful when it comes to content creation. The set I usually run through is game rule do mob spawning false, game rule keep inventory true, game rule do daylight cycle false, game rule do weather cycle false, and usually I'll end it with game rule do fire tick false. After we've set up a few initial game rules, what I'll usually do is I'll look for a biome that I might need. Another useful command that I'm going to recommend is /locate. /locate is very useful because it can locate structures and biomes. So if you're just wanting a plains biome, you would do /locate biome plains. It gives you the coords and then you can just immediately teleport there. Now, as you can see, I teleport to these coords. I'm in a plains biome. There's even a village here. If I'm, let's say, needing a certain structure, like an ancient city, let's say, I could even use /locate structure ancient city, and there's the coords. Now, those first two things are very trivial, kind of more for just the setup. I think we should get into now some of the more less known commands, but first I want to talk about target selectors. Now, target selectors are a very useful thing because let's say you wanted to get a shot of this villager on a tree, but all these sheep got in the way. You can very easily fix that by using target selectors. If I just do /kill at e type equals sheep, I've used target selectors to remove all the sheep and keep the villager alive. Now, the less known thing about this command is not only can you target a specific type, you could also target all but one type. And all you have to do that is do /kill at e type equals exclamation mark and the type you don't want to target. So let's say I wanted to kill every mob in the world except for me. I would do /kill at e type equals exclamation mark player. So as you can see, I just killed all the mobs in the area except for me. Now, to get even more specific, not only do we have target selectors, but we have MBT data. For example, let's say I want to kill all these emeralds on the ground here, which in this case would be considered items. But I don't want to kill every item in the world, so I can use MBT data to target specifically emeralds on the ground. /kill at e type equals item, and then I would use MBT equals OnGround 1b. As you can see, I killed all the items on the ground. And something quick to mention about target selectors is, let's say I only want to kill a certain amount or even a specific entity. Well, what I could do, let's say I want to kill these 3 entities here, is I would do /kill at e sort equals nearest, because I want the ones closest to me, and I would do limit equals 3. I'm actually so stupid. Well, to prevent what I just did, you would do exclamation mark trick I showed you earlier and type exclamation mark player to avoid killing yourself, but you get the idea. One of my favorite modifiers to use is the NoAI modifier. I can say NoAI in its MBT data, as so, and as you can see, it has NoAI, so what it's going to do is stay in place. So instead of having to surround this thing in barriers, I can just use the NoAI MBT and just keep it here. If I want to summon a villager that stood still and made no noise, I would add silent. So now I've summoned a villager that will stay still and is silent. And another fun one I forgot to mention is the NoGravity tag, which you can see I used in this video here. Now, another one of the ones I want to talk about, which I won't get too much into because it's a little more complicated than I can fit in this video, is the execute command. Now, the execute command is probably the most useful command in the game. I use it all the time, especially more so for map programming than content creation, but still very useful. For example, let's say I have these 3 armor stands here, right? And on a large scale, this command would be much more useful, but let's say at every armor stand, imagine I had hundreds of armor stands, I want to place a red block directly above it. I can /execute as at e type equals armor stand, right? So what this is saying is I'm going to execute this command as if I am each of these armor stands, and at self, so executing as each armor stand at its own position, it's going to run the command set block directly above it, red wool, right? Now what I've done is I've executed as each armor stand at its position, run the command set block red wool above it. Now you can get really crazy with this execute command. For example, if, let's say for this specific armor stand, I wanted it to rotate in place, I would do execute as at E, and I gave it the specific name of 1, just to make sure I target the right armor stand. I'm going to do at my position, run teleport myself to my own position, except I'm going to be rotated 3 degrees more than I was each previous tick, basically. I'm going to put that in repeat, always active, and as you can see, as each tick goes by, I'm rotated 3 more degrees than I was previously. And even adding to that, you can get some really funky things going on. I've created some sort of orbit going on here. I'm just going to change the rotation of this. I've created this orbit effect going on, and you know, orbits and rotation can get into some really crazy visual effects going on, so yeah, do what you want with this. And of course, there's plenty of other things I can't really cover in this video. This is just a very, very basic overview. If you did find any bit of this video helpful, please let me know by leaving a like or commenting what else you want to see in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you later. Goodbye! Okay, voiceover bell here, because I just wanted to say one last thing. If you're interested in how I did the commands for this short, I'm going to put up on the screen how I did this. And remember, you can find the sources that I mentioned in the description below. Alright, goodbye for real this time.